You guys, this is huge. We've just gotten a major twist in the ongoing legal drama between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. And trust me, no one saw this coming. I honestly didn't expect an update this soon, but the judge has just made a massive decision that could shift the entire direction of this case. Justin is now in a very tough spot, and what he chooses to do next could define his future. So here's the deal. Blake and Justin are still deep in their legal battle, but this week, things took a shocking turn. Spoiler alert, it's bad news for Justin. This past Monday, a federal judge threw out both of Justin Baldoni's high-profile lawsuits. Yes, you heard that right. The $400 million countersuit against Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist? Gone. And the $250 million defamation case against the New York Times? Also dismissed. Let's rewind for a sec, because this all started when Blake Lively accused Justin of harassment and retaliation during the filming of It Ends With Us. Those claims went public through a detailed article in the New York Times, and for a moment, the internet was solidly behind Blake. Why? Because the texts in Blake's legal complaint seemed to show Justin and his team plotting to ruin her reputation. There were serious allegations, like inappropriate on-set behavior, surprise walk-ins while she was breastfeeding or changing, and even being shown adult content that made her uncomfortable. People were shocked. Social media blew up. This guy's done, some were saying. But Justin didn't stay quiet. He fired back, saying the texts were selectively edited and didn't show the full picture. He launched that massive $400 million lawsuit, claiming a targeted smear campaign by Blake, Ryan, and their publicist. He even sued the New York Times for $250 million, accusing them of defamation. To defend himself, Justin's team created a whole website and dropped unedited footage from the movie to prove Blake's claims were exaggerated or false. And guess what? Some people actually began to switch sides. Wait, they said. This footage doesn't match Blake's complaint. Doubt started creeping in. For a while, public opinion leaned toward Justin. Many felt Blake and Ryan weren't helping their image, especially after joking about the situation on SNL. People didn't find it funny. It looked arrogant. And suddenly, Blake wasn't the sympathetic figure she once was. But then, bam! The judge delivered a reality check. In Monday's ruling, the judge dismissed both of Justin's lawsuits. The biggest blow? He ruled that Blake can't be sued for what she said in her legal complaint. Why? Because in the US, legal filings are protected speech. It's a law designed to protect people, especially women, from being silenced when they report harassment. And the rest? The judge said Justin's team failed to show that anyone, Ryan Reynolds, Leslie Sloan, or the New York Times, knew the allegations were false. That's a huge requirement in defamation law. You can't just say, "This hurt me." You have to prove they knew it was a lie, and said it anyway. The judge said, "Not even close." But the drama isn't over. The judge left a small door open, giving Justin's team until June 23rd to revise and refile some minor claims. Still, unless they bring serious new evidence, those probably won't go far. Now, Blake's legal team is calling this a total victory. Her lawyers, Ezra Hudson and Mike Gottlieb, say this confirms the lawsuit was nothing but a sham from the start, calling it retaliatory and abusive. They're even planning to push forward, asking the court to award Blake's side attorney's fees and damages. Meanwhile, the New York Times stands by their story, saying it was reported with care and integrity. And here's another twist. Just days before the judge dismissed Justin's suits, Blake made a strategic move. She dropped her emotional distress claims. Why? Because Justin's lawyers tried to get access to her private therapy notes and medical records. Her team said, "This is a media stunt." They didn't want to drag the case into a circus or violate Blake's privacy. So instead, Blake dropped those specific claims to keep the focus where it belonged, on harassment and retaliation. Justin's team wanted that withdrawal to be with prejudice, so she couldn't bring it up again, but the judge said no. And he also denied the request for Blake's private medical records. And then, Blake broke her silence. She posted a powerful statement on Instagram, writing, "Last week, I stood proudly alongside 19 organizations united in defending women's rights to speak up for their safety. While the suit against me was defeated, so many don't have the resources to fight back. I will never stop appreciating or advocating for you." So what happens now? Well, Justin and his team have until June 23rd to revise and resubmit what's left of their case. But after this week's ruling, they're facing an uphill battle. What do you think about all of this? Sound off in the comments. Let's talk about it. I'll be reading everything. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.